With Tarkir giving us Strategic Betrayal, instant and sorcery decks finally have graveyard hate that doesn't feel bad to play. So that opens the door for today's deck that features a card that went under the radar in A-Spell Satchel. It draws cards to keep the gas going while giving you extra mana for tight turns. So we're jamming it in an instant and sorcery-based rock deck so we can handle anything our opponents play. My name is Thelona and I like to make draft chaff into real threats. Deck list is down in the description, however I'm interested to know what cards you would play with Spell Satchel. That's it. Let's get in some games. All right, on the draw, we've got some Witherbloom Command. We've got some Graveyard Hate. We got Cease and Desist. We got a Restless Cottage to start us out on one. We are up against Spirebluff Canal, Faithless Looting. So it looks like that if we don't get immediately punked, Cease and Desist will be valid. Now, we'll need more than that, mind you, but here we are. So what are we after? So I see a Hallowed Fountain. We see an Emery. Okay. Emery exists. So Jeskai, Emery, Amp Raptor. All right. Targeting what? What do we get? What do we miss? We got Jeskai, Ascendancy. Okay, combo. I don't know really how to react to this deck, so I'm going to largely just pass the turn. They showed me Emery in the graveyard, so I'm just going to chill out for a second, cease and desist, try to just cantrip my way to something that reacts a little bit better. Tamiya. Lovely. Mox Amber. Okay. And Faithless Looting again. Flipping the Tamiya. That's okay. We got her covered. Throw away a couple cards. So she does her uptick. So their graveyard is very relevant, so I don't want to mill them with Witherbloom Command. We'll pop you off, and we'll pop you off. Okay. So Bloodchief's Thirst. Pop that. And then -3, -1. Permanent mana value 2 or less. Clear the rest of the table. So that's how we get ahead on an Ant Raptor, even though it never 2-for-1 in the first place there. Jeskai Ascendancy is our real threat, and I would like to get a Cram Session into an option to beat it. Our opponent is playing very strong standalone cards. Like, these cards are, in general, very strong on their own, minus, Jeskai Ascendancy, which is very specific. Amp Raptor again. All right. What's the top? Enjoy your Mox Amber. All right. So opponent has replaced their cards. Okay. We Cram Session. And I'm just going to grab Containment Breach for now. Right now, none of this is threatening. I can Cram Session again. I got nothing to do. Let's force it. What are we going to do against a deck like this? I mean, I'll grab Mascot Exhibition. It's probably very combo. I just got to, get there. Corey Steelcutter. Well, there's the rest of the deck. And Emery. Okay. So the most important thing to do this turn is to wipe out Emery. And then we'll get this Corey Steelcutter when we get the Corey Steelcutter. So now they have revealed their deck. So pop all that off. And play Overgrown Tomb. Okay. So, yeah. So it's an Emery Corey Steelcutter build trying to cast a bunch of spells. Nice deck. Nice deck. All right, we're on the play, and we've got a pretty nice spread here. So we've got Spell Satchel here, some Abrupt Decay for anything rough, Cram Session for if we need to get a specific answer. Our opponent is on a Breeding Pool. Thornspire Verge, Bitter Reunion, Reanimate, and Atraxa already. Okay, that's pretty good. Do I want to deal with it now? No, I think that it's a shifting woodland deck and that we are more inclined to just play A-Spell Satchel number deuce here. Based on the color makeup, that's what I assume is the case. There's no black mana, so no real reanimate unless my opponent is really swinging for the fences here. So I think we have all the time in the world to Strategic Betrayal. Assassin's Trophy would be exceptional in this particular case. All right, opponent on Basic Island into Malevolent Rumble. So as I was expecting, something of that makeup. So we can Toxic Deluge the O1 as an option. I'm down. There's nothing in the graveyard that matters yet. So let's just Toxic Deluge the O1. And this buys another turn of doing stuff. Like they have to get something relevant into the graveyard. They can't just attack with Traxa. Because that's its purpose. Actually, that doesn't make sense. Why would you have a Traxa in here if it's just a 7/7 lifelinker? Wouldn't you want something a little more... Lorien Revealed is fine. So they get another land. That's a Hedge Maze. They played their Shifting Woodland. Yeah. Fae of Wishes is something we can kill. And it's one I'm happy to kill even. So Strategic Betrayal with a Cease and Desist follow-up is hot. Or, hear me out, we Cease and Desist and let them keep going. But then again, strategic... You know what? Let's just have them start from 0 again. I'll Spell Satchel my way to the rest. It gets rid of the Fae of Wishes. Let's just do that. All right. Opponent's clicking the slowest clicks on Earth. That's a very defeated Graveyard Exile. What can I do? What can I do? You can do nothing. Just take it. Somebody's doing counterplay on you. Suck it up, Buttercup. Let's go. All right. Opponent's Hedge Maze. Blah, blah, blah. An Omniscience in the yard would have been something, that's for sure. Okay. Bit of Reunion. Yep. Ulamog. Yep. Haywire Might. Okay. Targeting. Targeting what? That one? All right. That's fine. Invoke Despair is interesting. We are on what, though, right now? Are we on Cram Session? Cram Session. Can they bring back the Haywire Might on the regular? Like, is that a thing? I don't think Containment Breach. I could Containment Breach, but I don't really want to. What would I do against them? Just grab Sciences? A Faithless Looting is about the best thing they could possibly roll here. Let's just get our land. Let's just get our land. We can still Cease and Desist with Spell Satchel in play. So, if I remember right, and it's been a while, there's only 2 Haywire Mites in their entire deck. Another Shifting Woodland. Is it Charm? Draw 2, discard 2. So we take out the relevant threats here. And still push to some more Graveyard Hate. We got plenty in the deck. We got 7 sources, including Cease and Desist and Strategic Betrayals. So, Ulamog, Ulamog. Opponent can't really Shifting Woodland into anything right now. Okay. All right, dude. All right, whatever. I'm going to save my Cease and Desist. That's that. Okay, yeah. Okay. We're good. We're fine. We're rolled up now. Untapping was great. We got time. We've got time. All right, is a Charm firing off again? So we're just buying time to interrupt a lot of things. The Omniscience is what I was worried about. That's the card that I absolutely wanted to save a Cease and Desist for there. So we'll pop... No, I don't care about that, Ulamog. Pop that, pop that. They're tapped out. Play their mountain. All done? Faithless Looting? No? All right, then. Draw a card. That's 3 lands in a row. That's not how you win a game, unfortunately. Let's try this again. All right, opponent had to take quite a bit of time to figure out if they wanted to fire Bitter Reunion off there or not, so we got this rope here. Anyway, Sheoldred's Edicts. So as long as they don't draw another Omniscience, we're kind of in the clear right now. We'll see. We'll see. Thank goodness no. So then they fire up something. We kill one of the Shifting Woodlands finally. One of them. Which is going to buy us a lot of time. I'm glad that Sheoldred's Edicts is going to see a hot second here. That comes into play. And then we Edict it. Very nice. So the Abrupt Decay is not really going to hit much of anything. And the Cram Sessions aren't going to hit much of anything either. So just draw a card. Let's see if we can get a Strategic Betrayal. We do. All right. Let's put them back to 0. Yeah, with that, I have the comfort of Blooming Marsh. Perfect. Oh, I could have... No, let's just leave mana up. They might go ham here. Lorien revealed. Jeez. Yeah, okay. All right. All right. They're still in this game, it seems. Toxic Deluge is what it is, but... Where am I at on this? I think we're going to Invoke Despair. Bitter Reunion does help get the Shifting Woodland moving along, but at the same point in time, I got nothing in hand. I need to draw more here. All right, we got our solution. So, Spell Satchel. Let's just burn the Spell Satchel mana here to play another Spell Satchel. A Brotherhood's End could appear from them, and that would suck a little bit, but hey, whatever, here we are. I don't know if they have Brotherhood's End. I believe it was Vampire's Vengeance was what they were playing as their Pyroclasm sort of effect. Anyways, another Shifting Woodland. FOMO was what I was worried, like that plus a few other things. Anyways. Godfarer's Gift. Traverse the Uvenwald. Still doesn't have anything other than... Or no Delirium, anyway. They can't activate Shifting Woodland. They have almost enough mana that most things don't matter anymore. We're going to likely Abrupt Decay the Fear of Missing Out. Okay. There's an Atraxa. An Atraxa is the least... frightening thing, obviously. Who cares about an Atraxa? I don't care. All right, that's gone. We Abrupt Decay the FOMO. Get some counters. I'm surprised Abrupt Decay misses so much. I was thinking about adding more to the deck, but I've been having a distinct lack of targets for Abrupt Decay, which is probably a hallmark that these are the decks that are dominant now. Or at least the ones that I've been running into. Draw a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll get 7. So the main thing is make sure Omniscience is not appearing. So our opponent's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lands. So they would need one more. Ooh, Weather the Storm is interesting. That is very interesting. All right. We'll pass. Weather the Storm's going to make sure Spell Satchels draws cards forever now, so we don't have to force our way into anything. So Assassin's Trophy kills the Shifting Woodland. God Pharaoh's Gift. I'm just going to do that, huh? So I can kill that eventually, I think. Do I kill out a Shifting Woodland right now? No. Do I Edict? Kill the God Pharaoh's Gift. I'm going to need more. I'm going to need more. Just draw more. Just draw more Graveyard Hate. Unfortunately, they're getting enough lands that the Shifting Woodlands are... There's not much we can do about it now. So anyway. And they're all done. So, we're going to Weather the Storm. Which makes an Atraxa not a very strong attacker, to say the least. But the God Pharaoh's gift version bringing out an Atraxa would suck for us. Our opponent is holding up like a Cathartic Pyre and for dear life, and yeah, it's slowing this game down dramatically. So let me skip to the end of this. Never mind, suddenly they decided not to. Anyways, let's draw cards. Witherbloom Command. Let's do better. I said better, not worse. It's backwards day. Do I have lands in the graveyard? I do not. They have 19 cards remain. I don't think adding to their graveyard is a smart plan right now. Is there graveyard hate that's under the learn package that I'm not aware of? I don't know. I'd say that we're probably in a way right now. We're definitely in a way where we're just going to have to accept our fate for a turn. Sheoldred's Edict does assist with this, however. I suppose the fast land would have been a discard here. Yeah, whatever. Lorien Revealed. This is why I didn't play Witherbloom yet, because it still has Mill Claws here. Haywire Might. Okay. You gonna knock out a Spell Satchel? Fine. That's fine. I mean, if that's their turn, rather than firing up anything, great. You're like, great. Totally great. I'm cool with this. So, yeah. Let's put that all back to 0. And draw a card. So I wonder if Witherbloom Command milling them some more before I doing that was a smart plan. There's a possibility that it was. Hold on. Before we change faces, let's grab Cram Session here. And I guess we'll grab a Mascot Exhibition for the future here. All right. Let's see if they've got something for Mascot Exhibition. So they have to do a bunch of stuff to get Delirium and then basically come at us with something. But regardless, we've got Sheoldred's Edict up, which is just the amount that I wanted to hold up. Lorien Revealed with 3 more cards. Is there a Jace in that deck? Don't know. Traverse. Okay. Without Delirium. So enjoy your land. Can't find nothing. Run more basics, dude. You're running this Traverse, but you're not running enough basics. Cathartic Pyre, discard a couple cards. Sure. That's the omniscience that I'm concerned about. Okay, so now that they have that in the yard and they have 9 cards remain, what do we do? I don't think Mascot Exhibition's doing it. So if they omniscience, they cast something and it's pretty nasty. Sure. So what do I do for that? Mill and Drain. If we get the opportunity to disrupt them, I want less time for them to have options. Spell Satchel. What are our instants? We have Baleful Mastery? Okay, Baleful Mastery is a fine card. We'll take Baleful Mastery. So they can get their omniscience. Okay, so what? God Pharaoh's Gift. Yes. So the Shifting Woodlands, they can turn into creatures here if they want to save something. Creature token, die. So it's token creature. So if they convert Shifting Woodland into something, it doesn't trigger, but I can snag one of those cards easily. That's a card, yep. Okay, that's a problem dealt with. Rumble. I'm sorry, what? You have 1 card remain. All right, 1 chance at glory. Omniscience, congratulations. You have one chance to do something. Good luck. Let's see if we can mill them. All right, we're on the draw. We've got Spell Satchel plus a couple interaction points. If we die on one, not much we can do about it, but hey, whatever. Scheming Symmetry. That doesn't do anything because I can't stop it on one. I can't stop it on one. So what would I stop then? I'll just take an Assassin's Trophy for now. Hard to say. I can't interact on one. It's unfortunate. So they get their card. Hitting Needle. Okay. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Experimental Frenzy. Grave Expectations. Okay, I got you. I got you. I got you. They're trying to trick me here. Okay. Juggle the performance into a useless hand. And basically, we just play our cards, not theirs. So don't play Experimental Frenzy. They're trying to Grafdigger's Cage us. So that we can't cast anything. So we don't play Experimental Frenzy. We don't play any of their cards unless it serves our purpose. Yeah. They can loot with this. So our opponent is attempting to troll us. This game is going to go on long because for the recipient, it's boring as hell. So anyways, Witherbloom Command is our only condition that we would fire off a Scheming Symmetry. Is so that we fire that off and then we fire a Witherbloom Command to mill away the card. That hurts. Could you stop high rolling my cards, please? That'd be great. I can't even draw it. Like this is how you tell how bad of a person I am at drawing well. Is when our opponent steals my deck from me. Siphon Insight. Could you stop? So we're probably going to have no threats remaining at the end of this. Stop! Okay. Like, we don't ever want to cast Juggle the Performance against them. Pitting Needle exists. I don't care. So their lands are likely pretty bad here. Yeah, Experimental Frenzy. Dude, it doesn't work if, like... I just need to draw better than this, is all it is. I would greatly appreciate if you stop playing my shit, though. That'd be great. It's a very irritating troll deck. So, Pathway. What's hilarious is that I could theoretically run the lock on Experimental Frenzy, and then I can Boseiju, right? Can't play lands or cast spells. Yeah, I can Boseiju. Yeah, that's right. Opponent controls. I can blow up the Pitting Needle and run an Experimental Frenzy anytime I want. Anyways. All right, you want to play? Let's play. So, right now, I want to grab myself a Spell Satchel. I'm going to Assassin's Trophy a Source. All right, they kept their card. Unfortunate for me. So they take a Juggle the Performance. Siphon Insight. Could you stop? So don't know if that took something. Yeah, they Juggle the Performance. Weather Broodstone. And Grafdigger's Cage. We don't play Experimental Frenzy, but we'll play those to make sure that their graveyard shit doesn't happen. That said, they can totally find more answers to it. So it's a matter of how often they luck out on getting Invoke Despairs. Strategic Betrayal doesn't matter. Yeah. That's going to be hard to beat. Restless Cottage is good. That's an option. That's one way we can do some work. Cody. Obviously works with their shit here. So what, you gonna attack with Cody? Okay, whatever. You attack with Cody. Okay, we need to stop drawing lands from our half of the deck. We just need to stop drawing lands from our part of the deck. We need to start drawing relevant shit. Now, they could have an Abrupt Decay here, so that really doesn't particularly matter. Stop. All right. My opponent has gained 30. They're up to 39. I can't find my way out of a wet paper bag to get that life back. It's gross. It is so gross. All right. So Scheming Symmetry, you and me. Just go to grab a Witherbloom Command. Okay. And then, no, I need to drain. I need to drain, and I need to mill. What now? Pact of Negation. Scheming Symmetry. They made me discard it, didn't they? No, they took it from me. The Weather the Storm. Cram Session. Okay. Grab Sciences. Just do what you can. Is the plan here. Get to 11. Swamp doesn't matter. Just play the Blood Crypt. It's fine. You gotta pay. We have a Spell Satchel on the table now, which was a very key thing towards getting this out of the mud. Juggle the performances, whatever. We can pay for Pact, by the way. For what it's worth, we can pay for Pact. We draw a Blooming Marsh. You know, stuff that ain't helping matters at all. That we die to a Invoke Despair. Send. And take this Siphon Insight. There are F6 for what it's worth. All right, so we gained some life. We gained some life. Discard a card. Weather Wound Stone. So we have blue, blue. Yes. So we can... Yeah, fine. This is meant for an obvious hammer. Obvious hammer. Okay. Cody comes in. We get our food. So we're at 12, which is still not quite what we need here. And I can't kill them because, well, they're playing an unstoppable deck right now. How many cards they got left? 29 versus my 30. Is that a thing? Just maintain our life total higher than theirs. And that's really it. So knock out the Siphon Insight. They're very F6, so just take it out. And Gem Craftinger's Cage on the table because we can. I'll find something to do with them. Like, you know, just make it look like I got more going on than I do. All right. So, yeah, just... This is going to get a good chunk of this out of the way. And so after that, just grab a Boseiju. The Boseiju specifically because I know that I could Witherbloom Command it back. So anyways, we stop. Stop. Just stop being you, opponent. This is irritating. It's not fun. And you're losing. Yeah. We're fine. We're fine. We just need to cast some spells, I think, at some point. I need them to stop nailing the Invoke Despairs. I don't have a means to kill my opponent currently. They don't have instant speed interaction for what it's worth here. This Cram Session is real good for us. Send that in. And grab that Siphon Insight. Where is it? There it is. It's trying to hide from me today. Okay. We Cram Session. And we can run what here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Mascot Exhibition it is. Now they could have something that can board wipe this. But we gotta try. They've stolen all our Invoke Despairs. Our manland is literally the only way we're beating this from the looks of things. Spell Satchel in play. That was the card I was assuming was going to come down with the Cody. There's the Toxic Deluge I was expecting. Scheming Symmetry. So they can draw a card off of this. So this really doesn't particularly matter. But if they don't figure it out, then where do I want to be? They've already used all their other steel stuff. Let's just grab another Spell Satchel. It's the best thing I could be doing here. Yeah, you take it. Juggle the performance is fine, whatever. And I get a pact, which will keep me alive. These lands, though. Like, this is finding more lands that exist in both decks currently. So, we Spell Satchel. And I guess we're gonna just play some of this. 22 cards remain. 26 in mine. So, they might have removal now. Abrupt Decay. Okay. So that doesn't stop me. Because the other one gets counters. For what it's worth. We grab Witherbloom Command. This was kind of expected. Baleful Mastery. No. You get your counter. I attack for 1. Or 4, whatever. I get to knock out. Is there anything that I need to care about? They still have one of my cards for what it's worth. So, I don't know. Doesn't matter. 19. Draw a card. Witherbloom Command you. Non-creature, non-land permanent 2 or less, and mill 3. So you and the Spell Satchel die. And I guess we get ourselves an Underground River. Don't help when you know how to play around the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed these super long games today. Feel free to hit the like if that's what you were up for. And now let's get into the stats. This is the stats. We played 3 games. I showed you 3 games in ranked anyway. We're going to say ranked. Now, I'm going to say right now, suggestion for this deck, best of 1 ranked is where this is going to be at its best, okay? So, Even play queue is a meta. It's not an easy mode, it's a meta. Keep that in mind. Anyway, since the play queue is the Wild West, the meta is it doesn't have a meta. So it's hard to have targeting spells. So you can see win rate for 50%. Overall. Anyways, I'll work on Spell Satchel a little bit more. In the meantime, why don't you click over here on this video right here? Be right up your alley. Take care. Bye-bye.